So now I'm going to show you what a 3-light setup is. A 3-light setup is great if you want to have a simple, easy to understand way to light a person or a subject up. Right now it's already set up, but I'm going to show you what the individual setup looks like. So as you can see right now, no lights are on, and it's very important to have as little interference from like practical lights or external lights. There is a little following in from outside my window. That should not be there. You can see a little, so try and avoid any external light. You're going to use your lights to influence the scene, not external lights, because you want 100% control. Right now, there's very little outside interference, and this is what you should do. Now I'm going to show you what the key light is. So this is what it looks like with the key light on. As you see, this is the strongest light. Okay, it's placed right there, 45 degrees away from me to my top, and it's coming down like this. It's lighting me up very well, except over here it's quite dark. It gives a very contrasty look, which is great. You could have a lighting setup like this where it's just one light, but it gives a lot of contrast. And this is what they call a Rembrandt lighting. You see there's like a triangle of light right over here. It's called Rembrandt lighting, made popular by the artist. However, I want to fill up this space. The reason I want to fill up this space is right now it looks great, but it does give me a very dark other side. A lighting like this with a high contrast makes you look a little too, what's the word for it? Evil or too dynamic. So the reason you want to fill this light up is because it makes you look a little better when you don't have such a dark side to you. Every person has a good side and a bad side. Right now my bad side is really dark, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put a fill light on. So now as you can see, the fill light is on, and whatever was dark on this side has brightened up a little bit more. Now I can choose to have equal contrast, meaning 1:1, but I've not done that. As you can see, this side is brighter than this side, and I want to do that to add a little bit of dynamic or 3D or a 3-dimensional look to my face. So that's why I've done that. I could have that, as I said, as bright as this side, so then it will give me equal lighting here as well as here, but I have purposely kept the fill light not as bright as the key light, just to give a 3-dimensional look. Now I'm going to show you what a hair light is, and the hair light is going to give me a bit of a separation from that green screen at the back. It's going to fall from behind, and it's going to light a little bit of my shoulder and my hair. That's why it's called the hair light. Now I'm going to show you what the hair light looks like. So as you see now that we have the hair light on, I got a bit of light over here, and what this does is it separates me from the background. If you're shooting a person with dark hair, like black hair like I have, and you're shooting at night, for example, if you give only key light, then the hair, which is dark, will merge into the black of the night, and the person merges into the background. So in dark scenes, if you want the subject to stand out, try to get some kind of hair light on that person which separates that person from the background. Now I'm going to show you what each light looks individually. So once again, this is the key light alone. There's no fill from the other side, so I'm very contrasty. Let's see what it looks like with the fill light alone. So this is fill light alone. There's no key light, so you'll see this part is dark of mine and this part is brighter. But you will also notice that there's a difference between the brightness levels of the key light and the fill light. So as I said before, I did not want to have a very strong fill light. I wanted the key light to be double as bright as my fill light, and that's what it is right now. And now let's see what only the hair light looks like. So this is the hair light. It gives me a little bit of light on my shoulder and hair and separates me from the background. So this light makes me look very menacing. And one tip, if you want to shoot someone who wants to remain anonymous, this is a great way. All you do is show their outline but not their face. So remember, if you're shooting something where, for example, you're shooting a drug dealer, for example, and he doesn't want to reveal himself, who he is, you would go with this kind of setup where you just give hair light, you can't see the person's face, you can't see anything, and all you see is their shadows. So once again, this lighting is all 3 lights on: the key light, the fill light, and the hair light. So thank you for watching. This is earnfrom.tv. Do follow for more videos and tips on how you can grow in the media field.